Right. So I'm Victoria McCooey, and I founded the Divorce Course for Women. I'm a transformational divorce coach. So what I do is I take women, and unlike other divorce coaches where we all educate women on the process of divorce and we hold their hand through it, and we help them save legal fees by uh, minimizing the communication they have with their lawyer and making it more effective and efficient. We help them co-parent with a difficult ex. We do all that. We all do that. But what I do is completely different from all the other coaches in that I transform them. I help them go from a place where they're just the spouse to changing their whole psychological mindset so that they can step into their power and become head of a household where they know their finances inside out, where they're hiring their own experts, where they are the boss mama of their home. They are the one and only parent in their home, and they're taking ownership of everything. And it's totally empowering. And, you know, I had the same transformation in my life where I have a wonderful, I suffered through a horrifying divorce, but I ended up with a wonderful new husband, blended family, lucrative coaching practice, and this picture perfect life. But my life wasn't always so picture perfect. You know, at one point in my life, I found myself in an abusive marriage where I was in a 10-year marriage to a person who systematically abused me on so many levels, financially, verbally, emotionally, psychologically. And I was raising 3 very young children at the time and working full time. So I didn't see it happening. You know, this is what happens. It's like a slow drip that just wears away at you. And, you know, people would say, how did you ever allow that to happen? But you don't make that conscious decision. It just erodes at you over time to a point where I was earning a 6-figure salary as an advertising writer, and I had no control over any money. I had to beg for money to buy my lunch or to buy diapers for my babies. It was a totally controlling environment. And once I got the wherewithal to realize it was actually over health insurance, when I realized he had canceled our children's health insurance, that I knew I had to regain control of my own income so that I could take care of that. And the more control I tried to regain, the more abusive he became. So we were going down this really dark spiral. And I became more diligent about getting control, and he became more adamant about keeping me from having control, to the point where the abuse turned physical because it had no place to go. So my rock bottom was when he choked me one day and I blacked out. And when I came to, my youngest son, who was 6 at the time, was crying because he thought I was dead. So in that moment, it all became crystal clear that I had to leave. I could no longer teach these boys that this was acceptable, that this was how you treat your wife. One day they would be treating their wife the same way. I called the police. He went to jail. I filed for divorce, and he made my life a living hell for the next 17 years. But out of this horrible, horrible situation came this amazing transformation where I learned from this transformation I had to make into being head of my household, into overcoming all the sabotage and all the abuse that he was still trying to impart on me. And I grew into this person that I never thought in a million years I could be. So I wouldn't change anything that happened, because I am now a person that my children can really look up to and admire. I've created an amazing business where I help other women who are in the same place I was, who don't think they have a way out, who've been brainwashed into believing they can never make it on their own, or who have no hope of having any money of their own or any business of their own or any way of taking care of themselves. And I help them create a new life that they not only love, but they can't wait. Oh, time's up. They can't wait to live.
Woo! Yay!